everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we're painting the all-new Captain with Jump Pack and Relic Shield. Yes, here he is. It's an actual Smash Captain, can you believe it? In this day and age, yes. Thank you, of course, goes to Games Workshop, who sent me this one early to build up and paint with all of you, and, well, today we're going to be doing Ultramarines, just because I haven't done that in a very, very long time. Been inspired to do them very recently because of all the new announcements, and well, I've got enough Blood Angels, so that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to jump in and we're going to start doing it. So he's been primed in grey Seer. The colour we're going to be using first is a roughly 4 parts Asurmen Blue to 1 part Lahmian Medium mix, and we're just going to be applying this over the top of all of our Ultramarines Captain's blue armour. Just like this. Now we've got the 4 parts Asurmen Blue to 1 part Lahmian Medium here, just to help us with the flow. Of the blue. However, if you don't want to do that, you can just go straight in with the Asurmen Blue. Because later on, if needs be, and I've just made a mistake there, as you can see on that greave, so now I've got to do this leg so as not to have a big old dollop. However, what I was saying was, if you do make any mistakes, don't worry about it, because I'm going to show you how to smooth them out later. So with all of that done, what we're then going to do is we're going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Ultramarines Blue. We're going to apply this over the top. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is move on. And we're going to take some Black Legion. And we're going to apply this over the top of the joints in his armour, the inside of his shield, and his hair. So with that all done, we're then going to take some Flesh Tearers Red, and we're going to apply this over top of the rope and the grip of the hammer. With that Flesh Tearers Red applied, we've also applied it over the top of the wax seals on the parchment papers back here as well, but our next colour is going to be some Cygor Brown, and we're going to apply this over top of the leather details. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some Skeleton Horde. I'm going to apply this over the top of all the parchment. And so with that all done, we are then going to take some Guilliman Flesh, and we're going to apply this over the top of his face. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors, and we're going to apply this over the top of, well, any mechanical areas, such as the sort of vents and things on the jump pack. We're going to be also applying this over the top of the hammer, in fact, pretty much all of the hammer, excluding the sort of decorative bits and this bit of trim here and the counterweight. And we're going to be applying this over the top of the pistol holster details and the pistol itself. And so with all that Iron Warriors applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour, and we're going to apply this over top of all of our remaining details, excluding the field of the shield. We're going to be doing the stuff on the shield, but not the field of the shield. So with all of that Retributor Armour applied, we're now going to add some shades. The first of which is going to be some Nuln Oil. And we're going to apply this over the top of the white on the shield facing, and naturally over the top of all of the silver as well. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some Reikland Fleshshade. We're going to use this to shade all the gold, but what we're also going to do is we're going to apply this over the top of his face as well, just to give it a little bit of extra depth. So with that all done, our jump captain is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. He's looking pretty good, however. We're not going to leave him there. No, of course not. We're going to take him to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some layers and some highlights. Now, the first of these things is going to be a layer. It's going to be a corrective layer. It's going to be more of a glaze type layer. What we'll do is we're going to take some thinned down Macragge Blue, and we're going to thin it down with sort of roughly 3 or 4 parts water. I'm going to use this to just smooth out any of our inconsistencies that we might have in the armor, just like that sort of thing. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Calgar Blue. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the blue. So with all of that Calgar Blue applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Fenrisian Grey. I'm going to use this to pick out the sharpest corners and rivets in all that blue power armor. So with that all done, we're now going to move on. I'm going to take some thinned down Dawnstone. I'm going to use this to highlight all of our black details. So with that all done, we're then going to take some Black Legion. And we're going to apply this over the top of the eyeballs, but also over the top of his service studs on his forehead. With that Black Legion all applied, we're then going to take a teensy tiny little dot of Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this in the corners of the eyeballs. Just like that sort of thing. However, the other thing we're going to do with the Screaming Skull is we're going to use this to highlight all the parchment. So with the eyes and the parchment all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Flayed One Flesh. I'm going to use this to highlight his skin. So with the face all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Skrag Brown. I'm going to use this to highlight the leather. And so with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Squig Orange. I'm going to use this to highlight the red. So with that all done, we're then going to take some thinned down Corax White. And we're going to use this to relayer the field of the shield. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all the silver, but the other thing we're going to do is we're going to use this to pick out those two service studs also on his forehead. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. I'm going to use this to highlight all the gold. So with that all done, our captain is now finished. However, we've got a couple of little extra things that we can do now just to take him to the next level. And one of these is to add a little checkerboard of yellow to our tilting plate just here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to start by drawing 4 lines coming straight down. So we're going to go just here in this corner. Going 1 there like that. Then 1 next to it. Like so. And then I'm going to do another one. Just here. And another one. Just there like that. And then what we want to do is draw 2 lines going the opposite direction. like that. And then now what we do is we block in the alternate squares. So with that all done, the other thing that we can do is we can add some text to all of our parchment. And we can either write out some words, for example on the shoulder here, we can do the word Ultra. And well, as I've talked about this before, the best way to do this is to see where the middle point of your parchment is. And in this case, it's right there between the legs, and count out the letters of your word. Now in this case, Ultra, U-L-T-R-A. It's 5 letters, so it means that we need to just put a T there in the middle, and then that gives us the space to do our U and L and our R and our A on the other side. But of course the other thing we can do is add the little squiggly lines to the parchment attached to the shield. But for the sake of argument, we'll just do a little T here with some Cygor Brown. Just like that. And there we have it. Our Ultramarines captain with jump pack and relic shield, or relic shield and jump pack, whichever way around it goes, is now finished. Our base is done in the same way that we always like to do. Sterling Mud, Dry Brush with Tyrant Skull, some Black Templar on the rocks. And it's just a really simple basing scheme to go with a really simple, effective paint scheme for the Space Marines. I love painting Ultramarines. I might well do some more. I'm feeling that bug. Oh boy. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.